Okay, this time we're going to make the wall one more time, but this time we're going to take it one step further. All right, so in order to make a wall around our floor, which is 10 by 20, remember our floor was a 10-inch concrete, 10 by 20. We would like to make a wall around it, so I go to Architecture, Wall Architecture, and then we have already created an 8-inch wall. We would like to make sure that this goes on the interior. I just want to quickly go this way because I want to go on top of my wall. So I want to go on, on top of my floor. So notice how carefully I'm drawing it. So I go on top of my floor like this. If I quickly go to any of my elevations, I can see my walls are literally sitting on top of the floor completely. So it's the outside skin is aligned with the edge of the outside of my floor. If I looked at it in 3D, I can look closer. There's my wall, and I can see it in relationship to the floor. I am quite happy. Now let's pick one of these walls at a time. When I pick that wall, it says, what do you want to do with it? Let's go back to the level one more time. And I'm going to erase this wall for a second. And I'm going to draw it one more time. So wall. And I'm ready to draw. But this time, before I draw, I want to pay attention to something else. So I know it's 8 inches. And I know the face is in. And I know if I went like this, it's going to give me the outside. So if I wanted to sit, I would like to go this way, right? So that I know, but before I draw, I want to pay attention to something else. Oh, look, 20 inches. And from the floor, level 1, offset is 0, which means it literally sits on top of that level 1 floor at 0. And it makes a chain of walls unless I change it. And the face is on the inside, which is this case. And without connection to anything else, it goes 20 feet high. I can connect it to another floor, or I can just simply say I want it to go 20 feet. Let's change that 20 feet to 10 feet and see what happens. All right, so that's my height. Now I'm going to go from here this way. Notice in 3D that when I went that way, it connected it to the other walls, but it's only going that much. If I pick one of the items, I can rotate it easily so I can actually see what's going on. I can tilt it this way. I can change it to realistic. It looks like this. Or to color. It looks like this. So it gives me a sense of what it looks like. So now if I pick this wall, I go to the properties. It says the base is constrained, which means it was drawn at level 1. The offset from level 1 is 0, which means directly sits on level 1 at 0. The top is not connected, and the top is not connected, and it is at 10 feet. Now I'm going to pick this one. It tells me the same things except it's at 20 feet. Can I change that right there to 10 feet? Once I hit enter, it does the same thing. Can I pick 2 items at a time? If you pick 2 items that are at the same time, you pick the first one, you push your finger on control, go to the next one, and it's picking both. If the 2 of them are literally doing the same thing, it will show up here. But I accidentally picked this one, that one, and that one. So it's not showing it. So let's pick these 2 only, that one, control, and this one. Because they both have the same height, it's 20 feet, I can change them. Otherwise, it will give me a hard time. So 10 feet, I am done. It's there. Now, all of them, if I pick this one, control, this, that, and that, all of my walls are the same. Same specifications, 10 feet. So I am happy. If I went to my elevation, let's say east, that's what I'm going to see. North, I'm going to see, and so on. So when I was, let's say, at east, I'm going to undo. See where that wall was? You see that? And you can actually see the changes. If I go wireframe, it's a little bit easier to see some of the changes that we made. Okay, here we go. Wireframe. Right? All right. So, and we certainly can see some of the changes that we made in here. These were some of the changes that we made. All right. So, we learned how to modify the height. Now, what I like to do is take my wall and edit its profile. So before I do that, I want to go back to the level 1. That's my north wall. That's this wall. And I would like to edit that profile. It says you can edit it in north or south. I'd rather edit it in north, and that's the one that it actually usually says to edit. So I come on over here, and it shows the outline of the wall as a pink line. Notice it's going to the center because all the 4 walls are joined. Now I could change my wall sloped. So what I like to do is erase that line, and instead I would like to go from that top in the angle of, let's say, 30 degrees and connect to here. Or I could just simply say I would like this line. I'm going to erase this line, and I'm going to erase this line. I could say I would like to go from here up, let's say 10 feet, type in 10, hit enter, and then I would like to go here, so I'm going from 10 feet to 20 feet, and that's what I would like to happen. So that's the new profile that I'm making. Notice I hit edit profile, and now it's allowing me to edit my profile. Every time I'm editing a floor plan or a wall, a floor or a wall, it immediately allows me to sketch the new outline. It has to be a complete loop. It cannot be open. And if it's open, when I click check, it will give me the prompt. It cannot do it, and it gives me the highlight. For example, let me do this a little bit. I'm going to pull that line a little bit down. So now when I click check, it says it's not closed. See, lines must be closed loop. Continue, and with the orange dots, it's telling me what's going on. It says, do you want to continue? I want to continue, and I want to correct this thing. And how can I correct it? I pick it, and I could correct it this way. I can pick this line to be enclosed this way. Now when I choose it, it gives me that. All right, let's take a look at it in 3D. That's basically what I have. Let's take it with shaded. It gives me that line. So I can definitely edit my lines. I can also poke openings through it. Watch this. All right, I can go to the plan again, modify that wall, and I'm going to say edit profile. All right, north side gives me this. Now I want to put an opening there. I want to put a door here, and I want my door to happen smack in the middle, and the middle is shown by a triangle. Going up, my door is 6 feet 8. I'm going to type in 6 feet 8 inches. Oops, I went diagonal, so what do? I draw a line from that junction straight. Make sure you see the 90 degree before you let it go. 6 feet 8 inches. All right, that's better. All right, I want my door to be 3 feet. I type in 3 feet. I come back down. There we go. And now I'm going to erase this line. Now, I would like to do this chamfer again. But when I chamfer, it erases this line. So what do? I can split the line. Split the line. It just splits that line right along that dot. Now I can actually chamfer this line and trim that line that way. So now I have actually drawn my door. It's a complete loop like this. If I check it, it shows, oh, here's my new facade. All right. Now, let's say I want to edit it again. I would like to have a window. I'm just going to put up a window. Here's my window. All right? It's a complete loop. Inside of this loop, would it work? Yes. It just turns it into a window. So here's my door. Here's my window. I'm ready to go. So this is how we edit a wall. All right. Later on, when I show you how to do the roof, you could also edit the wall by attaching it or detaching it to a roof or a floor. So basically, a quick way of drawing door, opening, and a window. Thank you.